saying, hey, if you are playing Yone mid, if you still need to pick your top laner, you're not going to be able to pick the infinite health scaling mega wall that is the Scion. So it'll be Cassante locked in for someday. Inspired is level 3, but it's JoJo who's got mid lane control.
Yep. But it is, that dangerous move to actually look for there because you are down a level. He's going for the all-in.
Big crit. The Ghost ready to follow up. JoJo's in some trouble, and MNS chops him over the head.
I don't know if he gets the kill if he doesn't get that. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, no. JoJo could be in so much trouble here. MNS has ulti. Does he even have to use it?
Really tough from this position. Inspired's not going to really be able to find a way in because bot lane Prio was...
And then JoJo's going to be forced back by MNS, who still is not afraid of stepping up and fighting in here. Meanwhile, bottom side, Berserker just gets absolutely dunked on. FBI taking the kill credit is perfect for Evil Geniuses as well. Blabber's coming down, but Sven's already dead. Vulcan lands the fishing hook to guarantee it. Back in mid, things are looking C9, but bottom lane is coming up all EG all the time, and the gold is back to tie. JoJo wants to go in for MNS, but he's ready to fight back now too. JoJo gets back away, but he forced out the ult, and that's exactly what he wanted to do.
And JoJo still has his own ult, so MNS actually has to play a little bit respectfully here. It can get pretty dangerous. EG gonna be taking a dragon of their own. We'll see if Blabber can steal. No, he cannot.
I like the attempt of, so EG, they want to bring Vulcan down. They're thinking about just killing the jungler. He's gonna be right there in the way of the cocoon. He takes the red with him, but JoJo's gonna be the one securing it there with the kill. For something a little bit different flavored, but especially with him not having a stellar early game, I think just getting the extra survivability, the extra sustain is the right way to guarantee that he can keep farming up, like you were talking about earlier, and become that late game.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're gonna be getting pressured, there's some safety there with that proc. You can see Cloud9's remaining opponents. Expected wins potentially against some mortals, but TL looking a bit better. CLG, could be a tough opponent, and FlyQuest, is still at top of the table currently. So are some tough ones they have to go against. MNS getting aggressive. He's gonna go.
Oh, it's the Gale Force, and again, it's JoJo. C9 has control over the bottom half of Summoner's Rift, which means Blabber is going to grab the second Drake of the game for Cloud9.
Yep, gonna be able to grab it. Aphelios has really high damage. Surely he's gonna be able to kill that Scion, but the problem becomes you're gonna have a Tryndamere running straight at you.
Need to scale in this side lane. I gotta catch up here a little bit. JoJo should be able to cut down the last little bit of this tier 1 turret. Yes, he will. Fudge having completed his Sunfire Cape. Remember that Sunfire Cape scales off of max HP now with the AoE aura. That's why it's always fun to compare the damage on Scion when he has it to anybody else's.
Yeah.
79 and rising as, remember, you stay in combat, it ramps up. FBI's eating a whole lot of damage from calling there, but managed to disengage a good chunk of it. 98 damage per tick from that Sunfire Cape of Fudge, and JoJo has to run from him.
You're giving free time to MNS. He can win you the fight by himself.
Vulcan forced to flash away there as C9 looked at the opportunity.
Will not actually have IE for this fight. There's no shot he's going to be able to finish that. Someday could be in some trouble here.
Someday getting caught out. 0-0-0 so far in this game for both top laners. Someday continues to live. They can't finish him off in time, but Blabber just kills Inspired off to the side instead. Remember that JoJo has no ulti. It might be ready in time for the dragon, but it ain't ready now. He's able to get the Q3 back.
FBI is isolated.
FBI is alone. A Virtual Rise. They shut it.
There's no chance to steal this, and Dragon hadn't already spawned. So there was no chance of a trade either. So this is kind of C9. It feels like putting a bit of wasted flash because there's no way out. Right. MNS isn't even using his E, and he's on the other side of you, and now Sven could be in some trouble, but no. JoJo gets CC.
Yeah, JoJo just had no business being there. He thought he saw a way, maybe getting back into the game. He's saying, all right, we're so far behind. We got to throw a Hail Mary. We got to get something. He tried. Unfortunately, it doesn't come up with anything good for him. Sven just baits him into another death. 1-5 here on the Yone. C9 5v4 for the next 30 seconds.
It's just about the world's strongest 0-0-0 Scion at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, he's at 5,400 health now with a Cloud Soul. There was already almost no chance they could ever kill him. Excuse me, Ocean Soul. The regen going to be so enormous at this point. Nice little side step from Blabber, and they're going to look.
MNS will lead the charge as long as he has that ulti and he's ready to use it. He's in no danger. There, finally going to be propped. So now he'll try to get away. MNS, complete disengage. 200 or 300 HP remaining. Blabber's in the middle, but now he goes golden to buy himself an extra moment. Sven fires the bubble at Blabber to give him some extra movement speed and help him get away, and Fudge has joined the fight. They find the knock-up onto Inspired, who tries to flash out, but a little bit more damage takes him down, and M&S is the one to do it. Evil Geniuses get scattered by the Gragas ulti, and they try to regroup, but the culling is once again ready to be unloaded. Blabber looks for more chances to zone these guys off. Someday gets caught up again. Might just die this time, but it looks like once more he'll escape. But the Nexus is now about to be focused. EG on their last little bit of a defense. Jojo jumps in. What can he find? He's trying to get something. The rest of EG want to stand and fight. They grab a shutdown over onto Berserker. Fudge is still alive. Blabber's waddling away. They shut down the Scion, but what about the dead body? He's got a lot of HP. He's just going to stand there and beat Jojo to death. Just barely misses out on it. EG holds on with one.
Fudge is hooked under, and they're going to go again.
We're right back to live, and EG is on the defensive. Vulcan's the one here in the front, soaking most damage, and Berserker's getting it all done. Jojo wants to use the ulti into the middle. He finds a kill. He wants to get a little bit more with the Q3, connecting to the Berserker. Fudge is still in the middle of everyone, but M&S died with the ulti up. Cloud9 and their mid laners with Trendemir ultis. I'm having flashbacks. I'm sorry, Perks. I didn't mean to do that to you, but I had to. It's C9 again, not being able to close.
And Perks catching up this Baron, and I do like this. Really difficult for EG to make their way in. Scion is just bodyguarding. They can't commit to him, and the Baron is just going to be gone.
Yeah, there's no way you can ever commit onto that Scion. M&S looking for the opportunity to get the flank here, but Someday's also going to block him away. Jojo's taken very low, but he's not dead yet. He's still trying to get out. M&S wants to change that. He goes in. The Gale Force is not quite able to find the kill, but Fudge is occupying everybody else in the meantime. Sven grabs the kill on Jojo. Someday's going to tank in the front. M&S gets one on Vulcan. Fudge taking the credit at the end, but Inspired and FBI are left to run. Someday wants to solo out Blabber, but Sven's going to keep him alive. Someday still trying to chase his way back into the fight, but FBI is shut down, and C9 finally marches to victory.
They're going to take it. FBI could not get through the Scion. They still got 6,000 health left.
Yeah,
what are you
man,
supposed to do about it?
I think they healed him there by the end. C9, the man on your...
They have 3 bruisers in Callista.
Yeah, okay.
4 bruisers.
Contracts is going by, they're flexing the Gragas into mid.
Yeah,
Interesting.
for the easier matchup.
Yeah.
Which is good.
All right, I'm sensitive.
Both of those players, as I said, and as they talked about in draft, it's like this is a Luger 1v9 or you lose, very likely, unless they just get monstrously ahead, like comically ahead everywhere else. So everyone knows that, everyone has to play around it, but FBI and Vulcan doing a really good job creating that advantage so far on that bottom side. If they haven't already gotten a plate, they're probably about to get one. Yeah, they already did knock off one plate from that bottom lane tower, so gonna be in a good spot.
Ooh, Palafox versus Ryoma. We jump back down to bottom lane. Come on, I gotta see what happened mid. Okay, Palafox is low, gets back underneath the turret. The dive in bottom. It's a first blood for the Varus. It'll be traded 1-for-1.
Okay.
FBI for Luger, but the
Towards their win conditions down in bottom lane. Just the nice thing for EG is that EG has more of a fallback plan here.
Oh, and they changed the
Going
beautiful.
further and further behind. And after your support dies there, you can't actually stay around to click the farm. You just have to say, all right, I go back to base. So really, really rough as we see Palafox proactive plays. Utilize all their playmaking, all their engage. Oh no,
Oh, no, dude. He's
See you
screwed.
later.
Yeah, they're going to wait on the Poppy charge. They give FBI the money.
Right, and I just think that's clever stuff. CLG gonna try to look. He does have body slam flash.
Okay, goes to the body slam, throws out the ulti. Vulcan with a step back, but now EG's ready to counter him. This is a slaughter. CLG is shut down constantly. Inspired taken low, but Ryoma's made his way into the bottom lane now too. Vulcan targeted by the depth charge of Poom as Ryoma continues to hold CLG at bay. And formation of Evil Geniuses make it so you can knock one of these archers in the front line to a more vulnerable spot. Inspired wants to yeet him away, but it's still going to be a Drake for the side of CLG. It will be a sacrificial jungler. They cannot kill the support as well because CLG does have Callista, so Luger can save Poom, but it'll be the Drake traded away for a single kill. You can see total gold on the left side of your screen. It's still all EG, FBI way out ahead of everybody else, and now we'll see what they can get with the death onto Contracts. No, FBI may have been caught here. Dokla's gonna knock him back.
Luger.
That is a massive punish right there. Huge Ash duo. Palafox just trying to clear the wave so the Azir and the Ash can't force down the turret. Unfortunately, it's a cannon wave. Gragas is great at clearing away.
It's more range than you do.
And this top side is not long for the world as EG rotates more players. Just trying to keep these guys away, but Palafox looks for it, finds the knock onto Vulcan, but FBI ends up only being knocked to safety. The Herald is summoned. That'll take out the tier 1. CLG, the remaining 4 players, trying to approach as a unit, but again, Someday zoning everybody away.
Oh, nice buffer.
Nice use of the buffer there, coming out from Dokla as they go over the wall, and now they're gonna look for Ryoma, but he shuffles Contracts back. The junglers are fighting it out, but Poom is now the target. He's gonna be pulled to safety by Luger. Inspired is stuck in the pit, and now Dokla's the one with no way out. He tries to get away. He blast cones. He lives somehow, and that means EG still has to chase him down. But they've got control over the Drake. They've got control over the health bars. They won the fight, even though there it is. Ryoma finally picks off the kill.
Yeah, Ryoma Palafox to scoop in Ryoma, but unfortunately the ulti came through too late from Vi to follow up. Then he gets scooped over the wall.
Jungle of EG right now, mostly just covering for Palafox, seeing if they can steal away a camp or 2 in the process. They'll grab that tier 1 turret in the top lane.
Basically every single wave, Ash can look for an ult, and it's such a low cost to be able to throw that out. Because it's no risk, right? That's a great thing about engaged tools like Ash Arrow, is you can be 2 screens away, throw that out, you don't hit, no problem. Just 30 seconds. Incredibly effective when there's not multiple people you have to worry about. You know, EG can be able to grab another dragon here for themselves.
Soul points.
Cloud just having to rinse and repeat what they're looking for. They're going to try to find an engage here. Can they find the angle for the Ash Arrow?
Ash Arrow comes out, flash away from Contracts, but it means Poom is the one getting caught now. He gets shuffled back into E.
Or they can elect to actually go for it. So they got the TP, so now it's decision time. Do EG actually stick on the Baron, or are they just going to pull off?
They seem to be keeping with it at a slow pace. Someday goes in first, and you got Contracts into the back, but he's all alone. Vi takes a one-way ticket to hell, and FBI's the one making sure he gets there. CLG tries to fight him, but EG has not only fought back, they maintained aggro the entire time. They'll take the Baron and see what they can get away with. Palafox wants to pick up one after it. Inspired denies it, and there goes the Tommy gun.
And FBI and Roma, they're having a great time, so this could be the last hurrah here. We'll see.
Okay,
I don't know if
CLG wants to send it, but man, Azir's Sundisk is so good. These sorts of situations, playing against Azir versus any other champion in the game is very different because of the Sundisk, because of the ability to guarantee that you have that forward operating base, and they can't just run it.
Absolutely, it becomes so tough. CLG are still here, though. They're going to look for a fight. They know this game is falling completely out of reach, but Ryoma doing a good job marking them. Just put up the wall of soldiers, and here comes Sion.
Someday makes sure that he cuts through CLG and puts himself between Luger and any valuable targets. EG's just saying, all right, if you guys want to be behind us, your next is in front. What is going on? I'm having flashbacks to Worlds from a couple years ago and Huang Feng in the base with the Jin, but instead it's CLG going in with Palafox. They're looking for some of the kills that they might actually need. FBI's already killed Luger. Yes, Vulcan will drop, but CLG needs to get more. The shutdown on FBI. Dokla is going big, but can he go all the way? They need to take out Ryoma, but they haven't quite found him yet. Poom needs the last bit of damage, and he'll finally find it as Inspired and Someday stand versus Contracts and Poom. Palafox working to rejoin the fight, but Contracts and Poom can't keep him around long enough. Now they'll make their way down to the Drake because Soul for EG is alive. Poom gonna separate himself there with a blast cone. Inspired and Someday still trying to beat down Contracts. Palafox joined up. Inspired just beats Contracts over the head with the hammer, and now he's up the wall with the flash. Now they want Poom too. 2v3.
Where's your damage, CLG?
Geniuses are just smacking him around. The minions.
All the carries, but it is Soul for EG. It is an inhibitor tower down, and it is Vulcan and FBI hunting for Luger, who has no cleanse. Oh, okay, you got it.
That was coming around, but everybody else is disengaged. Contracts goes in alone. Now getting himself back out with his flash. Someday's ready for the re-engage. Poom and Dokla could be the targets. Poom wants to find the depth charge. He's pulled to safety by Luger. Can they get the kill they need on the FBI? He's protected for now. CLG looking to bury the AD carry, and they got him. But at what price? They've lost Contracts and Dokla, but they killed FBI. Luger's still alive, but EG are a man ahead and 8,000 gold up.
It was a great set of plays there from CLG to actually, if they mark you, there's just no way in, so EG will guarantee it.
Look, man, if I'm worried about Gragas stealing the Baron away, I just look at his head. If he's not wearing a hat, I don't care, because my smite's gonna beat him. And Palafox has a very defensive build. It's a Zonia's, it's an Archangel's into a Seraph. Palafox will always look for the flank. Contracts knows he needs to ult one of these valuable targets. Is it Azir? Is it Varus? Has to be one of them.
All the damage he did to him.
Sunday,
wow.
I think Sunday hurts himself when, or not Sunday, Contracts hurts himself when he attacks Sunday.
Yeah, I think if Someday goes AFK, Contracts will lose the 1v1 to a Thornmail. I'm with you on that one.
It's unlucky.
It is unlucky. It happens, man. But they couldn't hold top, and that's where everyone was. And mid lane has already been prepped up here by Someday, so EG will continue the march forward here. CLG are going to try to have to pick their moment, find that miracle engage, but now there's an Edge of Night on FBI, so you can't even look for that downtown Nautilus ult to set it up.
Poom and Dokla both losing half HP as they try to defend their second inhibitor. Third inhibitor now under fire. Poom had to be saved by Luger already. CLG trying to make their defense. They go in with Contracts ulti, but he's killed instantly. Poom barely holding on through a shield. Dokla's next and alone in the middle of 4. Nobody on EG is down. Ryoma goes in, but he will not find the Emperor's Divide on any target. CLG's remaining 2 players stay alive only because of the fountain, and all 5 EG guys are ready to push the final Nexus turret. As the first one falls, EG have stuck CLG back into their fountain. They will not allow them to leave. They won't allow them to get anything else. They're still trying to pad the stats. Chains of Corruption flies out. Gragas gets interrupted.
It's the slaughter.
And Evil Geniuses get their 10th win of spring.
EG